First series on the Xbox side, we got the brooms out and we got a sweep. Defiance has something to say about it. We'll be going to a game 3. Harris, we talked about how we need a much better defensive game plan coming from Defiance, especially when you've got Crown, Zayy, and Bumpy with the rotations. What do you think that you can expect on the offensive side from that team?
Well, on the offensive side, I just want to see a little bit more three-point shooting, especially from the two guards. I think that they played well in game 1, but all in all, I think they could have improved. You know, I think both backcourts had a lot of great playmaking, but not a ton of shot creation for themselves. A lot of pick and roll, a lot of slow stuff. So we'll see if they're able to get some more perimeter looks.
Here we go at the tip-off. Bumpy gets the win, gets to Claude. Claude and, of course, Crown, we talked about it, that 1-2 duo, the brother duo connects there for the easy 2 as they go ahead and draw blood first in a must-win situation for Defiance.
Wait, why is it must-win?
Seriously? My boy, you, for a split second,
I got him. Coach, you like that one? I got him. I got him, Coach.
Did I just mess that up? But anyway. Got a little bit of a corner cut there. Got me off my rhythm. That's perfectly fine. We'll get back in style. Claude bringing it up. Trying to find a little bit of open space. Thought he had a defender and jump. Crowded space. Goes to the open man. Left corner dot. Bumpy's not there. And that one's going to be knocked out of bounds. The reason he's got me because I was looking dead at his Zoom call face here to see what kind of smirky face he had on.
Dude, I just totally broke your brain with that one, and I've never been happier.
Break your brain with this. Elon Musk is worth more than Jeff Bezos and Mark Zuckerberg combined. I only say that because we had Tesla starter playing the other. Seriously, now I'm thinking of all things Tesla.
See, that's great because I'm worth more than all 3 of them combined, India, or at least I have more morals than all 3 of them.
It's time to wake up, my guy, because that's never going to be true as Glizz got the ball here. Top of the key, trying to go ahead and tie this game up or take the lead. Or excuse me, trying to extend the lead here as he gets it down to Crown for the easy 2.
Yeah, I want to see this Gas offense get going. They came out to such a hot start. I'm going to try to avoid making fire jokes with Gas. They've come out to such a hot start in game 1. And against this Defiance team that has so much talent, you kind of need to replicate exactly what you did in game 1 if you want to take this in a sweep. This Defiance team, they're going to come out motivated. They're going to come out angry. You got to make sure that you can put them down early.
As long as you don't go ahead and make smelly jokes with Gas, we'll be perfectly fine. And I think, you know, you talk about how they need to control the things. They do what they did in game 1. I think it's more so the Defiance just didn't show up on the defensive end. I've been saying that for a minute now. So I think it's kind of like, hey, if Defiance doesn't show up defensively, then yeah, Gas can go ahead and run away with this one like they did in game 1, if you will. But I don't expect that to happen here. And so far, they've got a 4-point lead. As that one thought it was going to be knocked out of bounds, but the ref saw otherwise. Going to shoot 2 free throws here. First one's good. Knocks down both of them to give him a 6-0 lead. Got to be careful. Gas needs to come back. Make sure they don't go ahead and let this one slip. As we've already got the Gas jokes in the chat. SplashMan calls a cut. Good one. And they go ahead and get their first points on the board.
There you go. Sometimes all it takes is just to get one through the hoop. Good called cut there by Splash. That's kind of what we were talking about in game 1. His playmaking has been outstanding.
Great block there with the offensive board there by Crown. And, of course, the big man gets it to his old teammate, BxmpyDon, for the easy 3. Yeah, when you kind of call those cuts and just try to get yourself in rhythm, it kind of reminds me of like a quarterback just throwing a quick little slant, right? Just to kind of get the rhythm going, a check pass, get the nerves out of the way, and then you can kind of build momentum that way.
Yeah, impressed by this Defiance team so far. They've come out with their hair on fire on both ends.
You think you're good with that one?
You
thought that was good?
I tried to get it past you.
Yeah. Pass. And we're going the other way here, and that's going to be an easy bucket or so we thought, and that's going to get blocked. We're going the other way. Zayy has it and immediately gets fouled. Great block there. Looked like an easy 2, but boy, were we wrong.
Jeez, through the fire and the flames. He came out of nowhere to block that one. That was impressive.
Somebody go ahead and block this man and ban him from the chat.
All right,
I'm done.
I'm sorry. I'm done. I had my
Claude, 2, block. Look for Bumpy. Gets it to Zayy instead, who gets it to Claude. Got it full bar, but that's going to count anyway.
Yeah, I'm not going to lie. This is the Defiance offense that I expected to see in game one, but Gash just came out playing so well on defense. They couldn't really get into a rhythm. But when you have Claude and Crown using that playmaking and elite three-point shooting, this is what we've been seeing from them all preseason. So we'll see if they can continue it. But when they play like this, they're really tough to beat.
Absolutely not out of position was that right corner as he got dotted there for the open three. 12-5. Claude gets another full bar to go in his favor. Back-to-back, 10-point lead, about a minute 36 left to go in this one. Splash. The other Splash, trying to make something happen. Pick and roll action, top of the key. Turbo setting a pick behind him. And Splash is able to make it go. Got the nice crab there.
Good job of this Gas team sticking in it, not getting too intimidated by the hot start by Defiance. They've really fought back here.
Crown has that one ripped away. That one's going to go out of bounds. Looked like Crown may have tried to do a little pump fake action so he can go up with it, but so far it's going to be their ball anyway. Gets it down low to Crown. Crown goes up with it immediately for the easy two.
Nifty.
Turbo does not have a single rebound so far in this game as we were a minute away from the end of the first quarter. That shot's going to be real nice, and that's what Demon JT was talking about. When you get that shot, got the Blinders badge, it's a very makeable one, and he was able to connect there.
Yeah, quiet game so far from Turbo. Haven't really said his name too much in this first quarter. Such a huge piece of this team, especially in that game one. They got to get him going, get that pick and roll moving.
Got more turnovers and assists, rebounds, and points combined. That's Turbo, and that's going to be a midi good.
There you go. This offense plays best when they're playing off of Turbo, allowing him to kind of set the stage for the offense, you know, going down to the rim, pulling guys off of corners so that Splash can use that great playmaking ability. So they got to get him more involved.
Oh, that's a nice little shifty move going left to right. Had the open space. Couldn't connect on that one.
Nice board.
That's 3 shots where Claude had the open one, but he just couldn't green it.
Ooh, Splash's badge.
Yep, you got Splash with badge. Let's see what he's able to do. Pick and roll action. Top of the key.
They're probably going to hug him, and Turbo's going to be open unless they just somehow lose Splash.
Well, they went ahead and found him and smothered him as that one's going the other way. And it's not going to be easy, too, as that one's going to be blocked as we get at the end of the first quarter. And it is Gas that's currently down. And so far, Defiance is showing up to play much better than they did in game one.
Yeah, Czar and Turbo really set the stage for Gas in that game one, and they have been kind of quiet. They heated up a little bit towards the end of the first quarter, but they got to start playing through their bigs more.
Splash with badge decides to go up. Everybody's jumping top of the key, and that's good. Great IQ there to get it to the open man who knocks it down for 3 points.
Yeah, outstanding playmaking there from Splash. But again, all set up with a great pick from Turbo, drawing the defenders to the top of the key, having them chase Splash late into that possession, and he's able to hit Breeze wide open.
Glizzy with the ball here, stumbling and fumbling, gathers himself, trying to find a little bit of open space. 5 seconds left to go. Got to probably chuck one up and hope for an offensive board, and that's exactly what's going to happen. Offensive board, no. Turbo with the rebound.
Man, that man Turbo is good at getting boards. His jump timing is great. Even, you know, going up against somebody like Crown, one of the best rebounders in 2K. Man, this guy's really impressed me so far.
Couldn't agree more with you there. You've got Splash trying to find a little bit of space. Nothing there. Got to get a reset man. Gets it to Breezo.
Nice spin.
Not going to go. Offensive board by Turbo. Everybody's jumping, and he had an open man in that left corner, but instead it's going to be a timeout. Either he didn't trust himself or the teammates didn't trust himself.
It's annoying. 2K gave him a bad timeout. I actually like that timeout there. Just, you know, you can't give up possessions on a comeback spree against this kind of team. So good for Defiance to kind of get good for Gas to get a kind of a reset here off that timeout.
Splash trying to make something happen. Had a little bit of a hash cut. Nothing there. That one's going to be a bad shot, and it's going to be a defensive board.
That was weird. Turbo went up to get the rebound. It looked like he almost got the tip back into the hoop, but wasn't meant to be.
Bumpy gets it to Zayy in the right corner. Zayy almost lost the ball, but it's Claude that's there. And is it going to be a trap reanimation? Almost looked like it, but so far he's able to get possession here. Dancing around, pick and roll action. Goes to the hoop for the easy bucket to make it a 3-point lead.
Yeah, nice one there. Shot clock winding down. Got to make something happen. Awesome screen there from Crown. The brothers making it happen.
Had the center down low for the easy alley-oop, but of course now you got to time it perfectly, so it might be wise not to throw that one. SplashMan, though, trying to find himself a three. Thought he had the crab. Oh, try to dot the left corner, but that's going to be intercepted. Stolen by Crown. Going the other way. And now we're going the other way once again. That's what I'm talking about here. Sometimes teams just try to get a bucket so quick and transition the offense where you just go ahead and turn it over. Sometimes it's okay to just slow it down, get it to the point guard, and let's play that half-court offense.
That was an awesome play by Breeze. You know, getting the steal, another turnover, getting the steal, taking the patience of it, and getting the bucket. Let's see if he does it again here. Not going to get the bucket, but another great defensive possession for Gas.
World's slowest walk back there from the right hash. Calls a cut once again. Oh, I thought he had a good chance of going up with it. Just completely smoked the defender that was guarding him in the left corner. Splash, 2 seconds, got to chuck it up. Offensive board, not going to be there.
Yeah, I've done that a couple times. You think you have the lane, so you tap square because you think it's going to be an easy put in on the dunk. And if you don't hold down square for long enough, it's just going to be a pump fake, which is what happens. I think after he saw the pump fake, he panicked a little bit and then pump faked again. So not great there from Mr. Goated, but I'm sure he's going to learn his lesson for next time.
I'm sure he absolutely will. I thought you were about to go into some 2K tips and tricks there. I was about to be blown away by that. I was like,
I'm starting to learn. I'm starting, you know, as I get better as a big man, starting to learn what you're supposed to do around the hoop with pump fakes and pass fakes and stuff. It's easy. You gotta be prepared to use that right stick and square to kind of alternate between your pump fakes and your put-ups.
Ladies and gentlemen, Harris Rubenstein, aka Sports Teen,
Playing
hashtag
2K,
season
baby.
7.
Playing 2K now. Watch me fly.
We've already had one broadcaster try to go pro. Let's not try to have another one.
No way, babe. I just need it so I can do my job better. Lord knows I can't compete with the big boys.
Crown trying to go up with that one. Move, nothing there. Gets it back out to Glizz, and that's going to be a shot that's no good. Turbo with the rebound. Smart to just hand it out to Splash.
Yeah, big time chance here for Gas. They pulled this thing back to a tie game with a minute left to go in the first half. What a performance for them defensively in the second quarter.
Splash, download a Turbo for the easy 2.
Man, that pick and roll is devastating. They've gone away from it here in the first half, but it has been money whenever they've needed it.
And that's what's helped them go ahead and get their 2-point lead here thus far. Glizz open to Crown, who thought he was probably going to dunk it or lay it up.
We literally just talked about it. It's about the pressure you put while holding down square. He took his hand off the left stick, and then he held down square, and he got the awkward jumper. It happens to me all the time in rec. It should be happening to me, not to Crown during a finals.
Ladies and gentlemen, if 2K Labs can teach Harris to play 2K, they can teach anyone to go ahead and play 2K. We've got a 4-point lead here for Gas, and it cuts the deficit down to 2.
Bro, that is an absolute fact.
Yeah, I can't wait. We got to play quick match. You got to stream it for all 30 of your viewers to watch. Should be a fun one sometime this week.
Hey, that's 130. Depends if we're in draft season or not.
That's true. I've seen you get like 300 viewers, and sometimes you load up with like 10.
It depends on what we're doing.
That's 10 more than me. Shout out to Rigby in the chat, the season 4 All-Star. But we've got a 25-23 ball game here. Game 2, where it's Gas who went ahead and took game 1. What are your thoughts here as we start the third quarter momentarily?
I'm just so impressed by how well this Gas team just responded. I mean, you know, the first quarter, Defiance really owned it. Gas could really find their way defensively. A couple big turnovers, hold them to a 6-point quarter. Just outstanding stuff from Gas to take the lead going into the second half. At the end of the first, I don't think anybody would have put money on this Gas team taking the lead the way that they were playing, but they shaped up, and here they are. And I'm not gonna lie, it's all because they're playing through that man right there. That man Turbo has been outstanding this series.
That possession right there on the board, on the rebound, I've done it many times, right? Where you've got the center and me as the 4 come in to get the rebound, but it's like, hey, yeah, you have the odds in your favor in 2-1, but if the way the 2K is, those rebounds are going to be all over the place. So you got to make sure that at least one of you goes to that corner, and instead it's a wide open shot. Just not the best IQ play there by Crown and Bumpy, I believe it was, as you get a 3 to cut the deficit down to 2.
Got Matt Morgan in the chat. What's going on? Czar and Breezo. Yeah, I'm gonna tell you, Matt, this Gas team, they're playing nice. Hopefully they can carry this out through, WR and into Vegas. But this has been a very good series for them, showing off their skills to, I'm sure, the couple of scouts we got watching, maybe a couple coaches and GMs too in the league. They've been looking good.
Shout out to Matt Morg. Congratulations on the head coach position with Hawks Talent GC. Just kidding. But I hope the man does get the opportunity to represent the team.
What was that? That was rude.
I'm just, I'm rooting for the guy. I think he can definitely.
Are
go
you?
ahead. Of course.
That didn't sound like it.
What?
Congrats on the job that you want but don't have yet.
This is a situation where we usually have
Congrats on
Jeff.
your job as the head of the stock exchange. Oh, wait. Just kidding.
These are like the awkward moments that you made where producer Jeff typically has Autumn come in and break up the awkwardness. We don't exactly have anyone to do a stat or stock watch or anything like that. So we're going to go ahead and move on here. About 3 minutes and 26 seconds left in the third quarter. Matt, I hope you know it's all love. Claude, trying to go ahead and get the lead here if he possibly can. A little pick and roll action.
He knows that it isn't. Clearly.
As he's going to go ahead and take a contested shot. That one's not going to be good. Defensive board, going the other way, 2-on-2 action, slowing things down.
I would love to see a good.
should.
I was just about to say, I'd love to see a good, slow pick and roll possession here from Gas. Take control of the rhythm of this game.
Look,
and
all
we
I'm
get
saying
it from
is,
Defiance instead.
Matt, when you do get to Atlanta in whatever capacity, I need you to send me some gear. That's all I want.
Oh,
now
you want things? Now you are asking for stuff, dude. You have some nerve.
Oh man, we're having too much fun up here. Splash. Tie ball game here in a game 2 between these two teams in a best of 3 series for the Moolah PlayStation 5 Championship ADBA style. Gets it over to Breezo. Lot of clutter up there on the top of the key. Turbo setting screens for God knows who. Finally, to get the open man with Czar, who's of course going to not green it, but he knocks it down and it goes in.
By the way, it is officially past midnight, which means that it is November 5th, which is the day that Doc Brown discovered time travel in Back to the Future. Happy Back to the Future Day.
Congratulations on having whoever told you that fun fact. Whatever.
I love Back to the Future Day. It's on my calendar. It's my favorite movie.
I don't know where you were going with that one.
Nah, just happy November 5th.
There you go. Tie ball game here. These two teams have been playing, pretty well. As soon as I say they take a contested shot there, the Crown is going to go ahead and snag. But it's been a very balanced game. You had Defiance that had the lead early on, but Gas went ahead and cut into the deficit. But we still haven't seen that superb defensive play from Defiance. And now I'm starting to wonder if it's just the fact that they had it before and that now they don't.
One of these teams needs to take control over the rhythm of this game. A lot of bad turnovers back and forth. Somebody needs to slow this bad boy down and take control. Let's see if Gas does it here.
Czar, smart decision to take it out. Nice pass there, and he greens it.
Ooh, Matt Morgan in the chat even says Czar to Breezo. There it was. That was an awesome 2-man game to get him open off the perimeter.
Czar also has his lock badge, and there's Claude answers back with the 3 of his own. Tied up at 34 with 1:18 left in the third quarter.
This is great here. Gas is in an awesome spot to take the sweep. They just have to play a really solid quarter in a minute.
Thought he had the open space earlier in the top of the key. Did one more dribble move that only helped the defender go in and contest the shot, as they're going to be a foul there immediately. Not the smartest one, as it's going to be 2 free throws.
Yeah, I didn't realize that was their last one. I lost count, but I guess you'd rather have the open 2 than maybe possibly a corner 3, especially with a guy like Claude who's shooting well, has badge. You take the free throws, right?
In situations like that, you want a teammate to go ahead and kind of tell everybody, hey, we don't have a foul to give. We don't have a foul to give. Kind of communicate that a little bit. Unfortunately, that didn't happen clearly, or maybe it did, and it just was done anyway. But so far, a little pick and roll action. Top of the key, Breezo trying to find some space. Gets it down to Turbo, who has a little fella down there for the easy 2.
That pick and roll is just unstoppable right now. I'm a little bit surprised that they haven't just force-fed it to the Defiance defense this game, but man, when they've used it, it has been so effective.
Claude has the badge at the top of the key. Smart decision not to shoot it. That defender was going to jump there to give him some space, but so far nothing there. Less than 7 seconds left. Got to make a decision. A little bit of a move. Oh, and he just goes and chucks it up. Got to get the offensive board, and they do. Right back out to Dom. Dom, cross-court pass. That one's good.
That was great. Also possession there by Defiance. They didn't get overwhelmed by the great defense from Gas. That was an awesome possession from the young Claude.
Thought he was going to do something real nice after he made that spin move. Regardless, they're going to get 3 points out of it, as that one's going to be a layup that I thought was going to get knocked out.
Was that a layup from a guard?
It sure was.
Wait,
and it didn't get blocked.
Wait, you can do that in 2K? No way.
You're a big man. That's why you don't know these things. As Claude gets another one to go. Badge.
That's devastating for this Gas team who played such great defense on both those possessions, but they just let it slip at the end. They got to snuff out Claude, man, or he's going to take over this fourth quarter.
Absolutely, as they have a nice little run to end that third quarter, give themselves a 4-point lead as they got ball here, and it's that man Claude with another 3 to give them a 7-point lead here to start out the fourth quarter.
Yeah, remember I told you that the Gas needed to take over the offensive tempo of this game, and they've just let it slip. Too much perimeter offense for Defiance, and let's see if Gas has enough offense to get it back, but their pick and roll based offense isn't great for big scoring spurts.
Gas just looks like they don't have enough left in the tank. Hopefully they can make a push here to force a sweep. If not, they've got to play better when they get to game 3, but still a long ways to go. 5-point game here as they go to get the steal. Gets the reset to Breezo. Breezo, a little bit of pick and roll action. Top of the key. Turbo with the nice pick. Keep an eye on that hash, and that's the hash, and that's Splash with the 3. That defender there was just pinching a little too much, Harris.
This Gas team has some major cojones. They have been playing so well these past 2 games. You go down by 8 to a team that has a point guard shooting like this, and you just claw your way back. I know it's a 4-point lead, but they could have rolled over right there. They didn't. They want this sweep.
They absolutely do. They already secured game 1, of course, and we're looking to kind of have Gas cut into this deficit. Breezo, not the best shot in the world.
Didn't like that. Turbo looked like he had a slip if they waited an extra second to let him go down there. I think Breezo is getting a little heat check happy there.
Yeah, just early in the shot clock. I don't think there's any reason to go ahead and take that shot, but hindsight is 20/20. Still plenty of time here as we've got about a 4-point game here.
Need a couple turnovers if this Gas team wants to finish them off.
Claude doesn't have his badge, but you've got Crown with the glass cleaner.
Oh, and nice move.
Courage. A lot of courage there. I wasn't sure if that was going to not connect.
Yeah, your dunk package as a point guard is so important this year because it's so easy for the ball to get snatched off those blocks or blocks. You see, he just gets the easy one-handed put down. If he had to crank that thing back and throw it down tomahawk style, that would have been blocked.
Talking like Dirk out there. I love it.
I'm learning. I'm getting better.
Breezo tries to find the open space, gets to the corner defender who's going to have to take a contested shot, and that one's not going to be good. Defensive board and a foul.
Oh, man, this Gas team, there's 3 minutes left. I'm not rooting for them. They've been playing so well, but this Defiance team, at some point you knew that talent was going to kind of overflow out of the cup. And they're doing a really, really good job of using that elite talent to their advantage in the fourth quarter.
Claude thought he had a little bit of space there, but that blinders badge is going to help you that much. He decides to pass out of it.
Here's your closer. This is your
top
closer.
Of the key, open lane, and he gets the bucket.
That's what that man does. Glizz is the closer on this team. He's done it for the past 2 years. He's nasty. I remember I met him last year when I was streaming a bunch. He's a good kid, bright future in 2K, and he is nasty on the sticks.
So far, so good as Splash makes the great decision to go ahead and take that midi, take what the defense gives you. 6-point deficit here for Gas. Still plenty of time, but you've got to get some defensive stops and get some transition buckets here.
They need a turnover.
Indeed, they do. Let's see if they're able to force one as Claude gets it down to Crown. Crown, pass fake. Nothing there. Gets it back out to Glizz.
Here goes that man again.
Glizz. Top of the key, Green.
This man is like Fred Kimbrell. He's the closer. You just throw him in there. He gets you the last 3 outs of the game, and you go home happy.
We might very well be looking at a game 3 as we expected after Gas took game 1, but Splash still trying to go home. And has a nice dot to Czar, and Czar goes ahead and gets a full bar, but gets it to go.
Gotta have it. They have needed a turnover for the past 3 possessions. I fear if they don't get a turnover here and Defiance gets a bucket, that might be all she wrote.
Excuse me, that wasn't a full bar. It just didn't give him the green animation, but it did go ahead and give him the celebratory animation. There's you've got Claude dancing around, trying to find a little bit of space, takes the midi. Want to go ahead and notice how Crown had positioning there to get the offensive board, even if that one didn't go. And that's what separates you from a top center to a mid-tier center. When you know how to position yourself with those offensive boards, that's what separates you, especially because those second chance opportunities can really help your team out.
Claude and Glizz have just completely taken over this fourth quarter.
Yeah, they played well in that game 1 too, right? We talked about how they pretty much had about 37 points combined together. So the offense was there. It was just Defiance defense that we've already talked about, but so far so good. Still 5 points, plenty of time left, and just like that, the turnover.
Finally.
Going the other way is Breezo. Smart decision to go ahead and have it reset, waiting for his point guards to come get the ball. as he will as Splash. Trying to find a little bit of space. Gets a reset to Turbo, who tries to make a pass to that corner. Not the best time.
Pass. If that was in the air, that was a steal.
Breezo has to take a contested shot and just not the way you want that one to go, but Turbo gets the ball back. Gets it back to Splash. Plenty of time. Oh, my goodness. Sloppy.
Oh.
Sloppy.
That is a ball buster. That is unfortunate.
My hands went to my head in disbelief, and I don't even necessarily care who wins. But that's just got to be tough.
That's a surrender Cobra moment. That's what that is.
Let's see if they're able to pull off anything with this one here. Bumpy. Just going to move around, play around with the defense as they almost had a steal there.
Ooh.
And they do go ahead and get it one steal. Still plenty of things need to go right as you've got Breezo with the 3 to make it a 2-point ball game with about 5.8 seconds left. You need a little bit of a fluke here, Harris. You need a little bit of a fluky play.
Sometimes it's better to be lucky than good.
Keep an eye on that pluck steal here if they're able to get one right out of the inbounds. As Crown has that one, and that's a smart one.
Ooh.
I like it.
Brilliant. Took some time off the clock. Made sure your center isn't the one going to the free throw line for the money.
It's brilliant till you get plucked here on the inbound. But let's see if that's actually the case.
Guess
4.5 left.
If they get the steal, instant timeout.
You're gonna have Claude easily inbound this one. Oh, Splash probably thought he had a steal there. And Kate, instead, it's the ref that calls a foul, but that was the one to give. So you're gonna have to do it all over again. Inbound is Zayy, who's going to chuck it up, and that's going to be all she wrote for game 2, as it's going to be 56-50.